Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, viewers of all ages, welcome to The Void. My name is Logic, and today we are playing the Rain Spirit Code Breaker. Now, this is supposed to be an atmospheric folk horror adventure game about recovering or uncovering hidden codes in a cursed rain-soaked world. And since I already hail from a cursed rain-soaked world, I thought I'd give it a shot and see the similarities, yeah? We're going to choose our empty slot right here. We're not going to skip.
Old folklore tells of a lost and mysterious village hidden deep beneath the waters of a vast lake in central Spain. This lake, accessible only by rivers, receives an unusual amount of rain. Some locals believe it's the work of spirits dwelling beneath the surface, guardians of the forgotten village. One fall day in 1957, a proud father took his brave, adventurous daughter on their annual fishing trip, unaware of the mystery that awaited them. They reached the lake by accident, having followed a small river. But moments after reaching the center of the lake, storm clouds began to gather ominously overhead. "Lila," the father called out as the boat rocked back and forth. "We should call it a day. The rain's coming in." But before he could finish speaking, a loud, thunderous roar shook the air, followed by a sudden torrential downpour. The boat began to fill with water, and both father and daughter rushed to paddle toward the shore. The wind and rain intensified quickly, turning the storm into something extraordinary, a true phantom storm. Waves tossed the boat violently, and Lila and her father could barely hold on. "Lila, hold on! Hold on, Lila!" her father shouted, his voice filled with terror. Suddenly, a massive rogue wave crashed against the boat, and Lila was thrown overboard. Gasping for air, Lila struggled against the powerful currents, the force pulling her deeper into the water. The weight of the waves pushed her down, dragging her further beneath the surface. Suddenly, she was swept into a massive storm tunnel at the bottom of the lake, tumbling for what felt like miles as the tunnel pulled her deeper and deeper. She felt herself falling. With a gasp, she broke through the surface and found herself in a strange, otherworldly place.
My eyes. My eyes. Okay, we get it. Okay.
Help! Father, what is happening? Where am I going?
Please save game before quitting. It's just a demo now. Alright, Father, I have no idea where I'm going, but I'm going this way. Immediately, when jumping in, this reminded me of a game I played, Rhyme. And you know what? I'm not even entirely sure it's called Rhyme. I've been calling it Rhyme since the beginning. It's spelled R-I-M-E. And it's about a boy and his father on the ship. Basically like this. And then they end up in a mysterious land, and then it's a really cool puzzle adventure game where you have to... Yeah, this immediately reminds me of that. Decipher stuff and rejoin up, and you slowly get drips of the story about what happened. But here we are, we're in the mysterious world. We're going to be breaking some codes. Do I sprint? I do. Okay. Alright. There's the thunderous roar. Alright, already it seems like she's dead. Am I meant to be looking for something or just cruising through a maze? I'm not sprinting at the moment. She just walks really quickly. Which, you know, some people might like that. I do dislike when games, especially adventure games, try to pad the time you're playing by making you walk really, really slow. So, just taking a look around every corner. Ending up... It's not really a maze. There are no real like dead ends or anything. I lie. I say, as I go into my very first dead end. What? Are the birds teasing me? What's that noise? Wait, what? What? Nah, where am I meant to go then? Nah, this is a maze at the beginning of the game. This is annoying. What am I supposed to do? I looked around every corner. There didn't seem to be like a different way to go. Like, what are they expecting of me? Make it clear now. It's the beginning of the game. Please make it clear. What's meant to be happening? This is the way from whence I came. I started that way. Ugh, I don't know. Okay. What's on this side? What's the point of that maze? This wasn't here a second ago. That's the tunnel I fell out of. I never looked up. Okay. This is a dead end, so I'm supposed to be over there in the maze, and I'm already annoyed. This is the beginning of your game, and you give no indication of anything, and you trap the player in the maze. Okay. Game flow, story. You didn't study any of that before making this? I thought it was gonna be nice and chill. I'm already frustrated. No one wants to be thrown into a stupid maze at the beginning of a game. Why am I supposed to? I looked around every corner. What do they want me to do? Alright, that's okay. This is Steam Next Fest. It's a demo, and you need to put demos out so people can tell you that this is a really dumb idea. Don't do this. Okay, I followed along all of the walls. This is the same wall as if you go through the center here. And everything over there was closed off. Alright, this is the same first dead end that I ran into. She said she spoke in no other voice lines. I've gotten no indication of where I'm meant to go. And you asked me to please save the game before quitting. Alright, this is the other way to go. The other way to go is... wait, what? Around here. That was a dead end when I went there, though. And the only other way to go, if I walk backwards, is up and through here. That was dumb. Okay, giant bird. You gonna peck me to death, or can I go through? I feel like they're giant creatures just watching me, but I can't tell if that's a head or what. Birds are swarming in a circle. Yeah, don't put giant mazes in the beginning of the game and tell people nothing.
Who dares approach the Shadow Gate?
It is
I
I,
am the
Logic.
Wild Raven, guardian of the shadows, and this is the Shadow Gate, the passage between worlds. And you, little girl, should not be here.
My name is Lila. I was brought here, or that is, pulled here.
Very few are called to this place. Maybe you are part of the ancient prophecy. Answer me this riddle, or the gate remains closed to you. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind and fears. What am I?
An echo.
Well
I
done,
didn't get to
little one.
answer.
You may pass.
Why didn't they let me answer? What was the point of that? Can you move? You said I can pass, but it's not letting me pass by. I'm stuck on an invisible wall, guys. let me go into this second eyesore. I'm gonna look straight at the ground. I do apologize ahead of time for the flashing lights. I am so sorry. So sorry. So sorry for the light. That's an eyesore. It's not as bad as the pink or horizontal one that we saw coming in, but it was that's pretty bad. Don't do that either. Give someone a seizure. I'm not prone to seizures, but it doesn't mean I want to stare at that either. Alright, next. Okay. This looks nothing like everything I was shown on the Steam page. Yeah, let me show you the... Okay, here's the Steam page and images from it. Now compare that to what I just witnessed and experienced. Okay. Okay, what? Oh, nice wood floor. Who's your decorator? Oh no. Parquet walls? No? Hello? Do I go through there? Probably should. They probably want me to go around, right? No. I'm trying to look up through the fog to see what's going on. But you cannot really see, or at least I can't. That's probably how I couldn't get through. I missed that hole in the maze. Alright, I'm just gonna go through this.
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2? Are you kidding me? That was a chapter?
Lila felt a strange pull guiding her forward, and without fully understanding why, she followed the raven's cryptic words. The air was thick with mist, and Lila could barely see a few feet in front of her. Every step felt heavy.
I can see better now.
The weight of the raven's words pressing on her mind. She wandered for what felt like hours, her heart beating faster with every rustle of leaves and snap of a twig. Where am I going? She whispered to herself, her voice barely audible in the eerie stillness. The forest seemed endless, with no clear path to follow.
Alright, the reason I didn't move is because this game is so freaking unpolished that I didn't want to disrupt the audio. Now if something else happened above, the audio would either cut off or it would clash with the next thing that happens. I have no idea. So I'm gonna, when they start talking, I just try to stand still to make sure nothing is affecting it. Code breaker. I was misled. This is a horror game, by the way. It's kind of hard to be afraid when everything is so cheaply done. And this is like poor, low effort. And it's kind of tough to be afraid of something like this. And I say cheaply done because I mean cheaply done, low effort. I'm not saying you need money to make video games. Heck, every 2 weeks Unreal Engine gives out 3 free assets that you can build a high quality game from, even as a solo developer. But the least you could do is rotate some of these rocks so they aren't all facing the same direction and look like giant duplicates of each other. Turn the rock, rotate it, flip it upside down so it looks like a different rock. This is low effort. One patch of grass here. Like, this is... all of these rocks are facing the same way. They're the same rock. Like, that's the basis of level design. If you only have a few or handful of rocks, the player should never know, because you can rotate them and twist them, scale one up, scale it down. Like, what? This is so low effort. Like, you didn't care. Just drop 10 rocks over here. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's like... how do I say? what are those, do you call them like impressionist paintings? Where you kind of fake it and put a little bit of there and it's supposed to symbolize grass. Oh yeah, there's one splotchy plot. The symbolism of grass is complete. I don't know what that tree is doing, but look at the quality of that tree versus this realistic looking one. That one's like, that belongs in Minecraft. This one's gorgeous actually. That belongs in a realistic looking game. You couldn't even be bothered to cover like the trunk. It just stops here. This is basic level design stuff. Like this is all basic stuff that you could make the game look not as cheap with these same assets. Also, these assets are stylized. This asset is realistic. The grass is even stylized versus blended in with realistic. This grass is blowing in the wind. This grass can't be bothered to move. Like, what have you put together? The fog, I can see all of the fog cards because they're single circles that are just like individual splotches of, like, what? This is very low effort. If AI was there yet, I would say an AI made this game. And that's just my first impressions of the frustration, the way it looks, the voiceovers. What is this fence? What's wrong with it? Why is it all vertexy? Okay. Am I meant to go this way? I see something different. Is that going to eat me? Yeah, it might do. I'm gonna try to make a run for that hut that I'd seen. I don't think that matters. You look dangerous. Might I say hello? No, you're not dangerous. You don't do anything. I don't see the vision. And also, yeah, I'm walking like really fast. This is supposed to be a horror game. Also, I'm not supposed to be able to see directly in front of me because the fog is too thick. No, it's not. It's barely even fog. But anyway, let's go this way because I think this is where they want me to go. No, it isn't. Maybe. Alright. How young am I? Everything is... What is the scale of this object? The scale of the doors and windows aren't proportional to the scale of this object. So even if a giant lived here, I don't know how he gets in. Unless I'm a toddler, like, what? What? I won't jump out there. This is just a building for me to look through, or? No, the bed's average size. I don't know. Who made this? The music's pretty cool though. Like it's kind of setting a tone for like to be chill. It's supposed to be horror, but whatever. Let's just go this direction. I'm gonna keep playing. I'm trying. I'm trying to give it a fair shot. So I'm going to keep playing. I'm gonna go over this way. If something happens when we go this way, then sure. But did you advertise something to me that just isn't there? Uh-oh. Are we in a giant maze again? Did I go the wrong way? Yeah, because I'm back right around this thing. So where are we supposed to go? That just took me through a giant loop and I followed the trail. Alright, we're in a maze again. I have to try to find a little tiny exit they want me to use. This? What is happening? Alright, I'm just gonna go in the house and jump out the window or something. This is like, I'm frustrated. This isn't a game. There's no game here. There's no game here. What am I meant to do? What categories? Fantasy, horror, interactive world filled with codes. No, there isn't. Clues and puzzles to unlock in different areas. There's no indication of any of this. Okay, they slept on this game. I think they're gonna need to keep sleeping on it. This makes, yeah. Terrible. Terrible quality. This is just poor. Yeah, what's out this window? I've been over there, so... It said it's interactive. I've not been given any additional buttons to do, so I'm just walking around until I find the area that's going to play the next piece of dialogue, I guess. We started there, and we can go nowhere further. Are you kidding? Through the barn. Wow. Just wow. Yep. Back behind the house. Yeah, there's nothing to do there. I'm trying to look up to see if there's any more like worlds built, like the rest of the world is built somewhere else. But if there's nothing. This game is a joke. Nah. Nah. It seems like they, I don't know, maybe it's mining on my data or something. But this is a joke. This isn't something someone put hard work into and then decided to join I wouldn't say competition. Steam Next Fest isn't really a competition, but a place to get a bunch of eyeballs on your game. You're supposed to put out, you know, your best work. This is nobody's best anything. That area is dead and closed off. There's no more world built back there. There's nothing to interact with. It's a joke. Yeah. If you thought this was it, I touched you. You didn't say anything before. You look dangerous. Might I say hello? No, you're not dangerous. You don't do anything. Have you seen the birds flock in the sky? They sing melodies about the Savior nearby. Find the letter to the brave, and you will know why. Find a letter. And the fog has turned pink. Wait, what? So is this the codes and the adventure and the puzzles they were referring to what? I'm gonna go in the house and look for a letter. The game continued on, so I'm gonna continue on until it becomes absolutely unplayable. But just know that I think very little of this. But how can I find anything? I do not have the ability to interact. I left click, I right click, a letter would be on the table, you think? No. It's the only place with furniture, so I assumed. On the bed? On the makeshift shelf on the bed? Nah. This is... I trained 7-year-olds to make better games than this. This is gonna make me cry. It's so shameful. If this is the best you've got, you aren't ready for Steam Next Fest. You just weren't. If this is the best you can do, you're not there yet. And I'm not saying you need to be a pro or an expert, but you need to at least put some effort in. And there's no effort put into this at all. What? I won't be looking much longer for this letter. If it doesn't appear, then we're just call it quits here, because I'm already tired of looking at it. Did someone drop the letter in this thing? There's absolutely no effort done here. Is it on the ground? If it were on the ground, it'd be washed away, right? Actually, I would assume that would be on a tree. Maybe someone carved like a letter on a tree. Let me do a double back before I go to the other end. That's the only tree that looks different. Did someone carve a letter into you? No. I don't even know if we're looking for like a piece of post or something. One lousy lantern that's lighting nothing. What the? This wasn't here before. What? This wasn't here. Is this the letter I'm looking for? I have to paste the letter here. Maybe. Security gate open. Did it open, or where's the security gate? What? I know where the security gate is, but that doesn't tell me that it opened. It's just a security gate open because I walked up to it. I didn't press anything. No interaction or what. There's a new area. My guess is this wall is going to break away. The security gate would be the one that I had found like back here or whatnot. Or back there somewhere. But you told me to look for a letter. What is happening? Where was that gate that I'd accidentally run into? Through here, right? It's open. But I didn't find the letter. Okay. Not unnecessary. Letter not required. Unless I come in here to find the letter. But then they should have said that. Did they play test it at all before they posted this? Well, they sat here and built it, so they must have went, yeah, this looks good, this looks... It does not. What were you thinking? What's this button do? Opens a different gate. I haven't found a different gate yet. Nope, that is just a texture glitch. Wait, was it? Wait, what? What's this? If A equals 1 and B is 2, cage, do I type it out? Do you want me to type it out? 3, 1, no? Strange message. I kept it. Alright. I kept the strange message. Okay. don't know which gate that pertains to. There must be another gate somewhere, but I haven't come across it. What's this? Is this a way to walk up something? This gate. What's up here? Because we couldn't be bothered to do stairs. What the heck? What is happening? I'm at the Temple of Illusions. That's one word for it. Faro Village, Lake House Manor, Oscuro Lake, Spirit Gardens, Tunnel of Madness. I think I'm in that. I must be going mad. I'm the Spider Queen. Well, I found letters. Books. Is there any point to this room? You literally put a ramp here for me to come up. Can I light the candle? No. Everything's so huge. What was the point? Whoa. Bye, guy. No fall damage. She didn't even scream on the way down. She's a trooper. Alright, there is another. Do not fall off the same spot again. Pull these. Honestly, with everything being so large, she can just crouch. I'm sorry, but this game's absolutely ridiculous. I'm finding it to be ridiculous. Well, let's keep going. Hopefully the demo doesn't last much longer. Yep. Okay. Oh. Trap door open. Where's the trap? This? It's closed. This? No. Just gets me to that room. Alright, I rammed my face in it twice. I guess we have to find a trapdoor. And it's not this gate. Oh my gosh. Wait, what's happening here? Is there a trapdoor this way? There's a tunnel. Ah. It's progress, so let's go this way. Progress is progress at this point. Was I supposed to type the cage? Okay, something unseen watches from the fog. Ooh, I'm scared. It's scary. Something's watching me. Oh, man. I've played some bangers. I just this one is just a cut below all the rest. So let's call it that. There isn't even any interactive mechanics, and they said this was the most interactive. Like they said, you get to interact with things. You interact with absolutely nothing. I've been smashing my forehead into the buttons and not clicking anything, and it's just been opening gates. I don't get this. Like, what were you thinking? I'm trying to... Yeah, we're okay. Just come and kill me right now, because I've had enough. Suffering through this experience any longer just isn't worth it to live anymore. Am I the Spider Queen yet? I don't taste good, but you're welcome to try. Okay. Uh, there's no interaction. I just put my body into it, right? Oh no, wait. I can left click this maybe? Yeah. Some places appear on no map. Okay. The lost city holds ancient secrets, its crumbling halls and ancient tombs, long undisturbed, and just beyond lies the Spider Queen's Gate. Explore Malvik Thorn, final entry. I didn't read the rest of the book, but you know, jumped right to the end. Alright, Malvik. May you rest in peace. It's probably at peace by now after going through this anyway. Yo, this is just so bad. And I'm talking, I train kids as young as 7 and they have a brighter imagination. I've played game jam games that were made in 48 hours and they are just designed way better than this. Like, Are you coming to kill me or was that just a sound bite? I can't get through there either way. It seemed like that was progress since it triggered speech, you know? But it won't let me pass, so... what do I do now? We are... Alright, we're at the 35-minute mark. I'm ready to call it quits. I feel like I've been playing for much longer than 35 minutes. That's how terrible and excruciating this is. It's not just that I've seen better. It's just this seems like they didn't care when they put it together. Like, I've been this way before. No, I haven't seen this. But I've seen those two. I didn't go this way though. It is a dead end. Oh wait. 4 squares. I collected it. No. I rotated it and it's invisible on the back. Okay, no back face culling. What do you want me to do? It's gone. The first square goes into the last position. That's all I know. And this is another maze area where I'm gonna fumble around blindly before they tell you what you're meant to do to play. It's like they studied nothing about game design, level design, puzzle design. They studied nothing and just went. It's like you trying to tell a blind person to draw a mountain range from memory. Like, they're blind, they can't see, they don't know what to do. Queen's Gate, 2 of 9. 2 equals A. Makes no sense. Because A equals 1 from the first puzzle. So it's not even a puzzle. It wasn't even... Dude, I've got no idea. I've got no idea. And these people clearly have no idea either. Alright, door key. I haven't seen this key. I've not seen a door that requires a key. Why do I have this? Oh, that's where the bookcase was. Okay. Can we get... We can't get through there. And it's not even built up the atmosphere to make it horrifying. Because again, this is a horror game, adventure game, puzzle game with huge interactive world filled with codes, clues, and puzzles. It's nonsensical. Like, you could even look up what makes a good puzzle, and you'll find this. You won't find this. No, this is horrible. You'll find knowledge to help you get better at doing whatever the heck this is. I've taught children as young as 7, like, to start game development. And even the kids that I teach, even though they're quite intelligent kids, above average intelligent children, the stuff they come up with is just beyond this. So I can't even look at it and say, oh, this looks like a child made it, because the children I work with do better. Alright, I'm gonna stop shitting on this game, and then I'm gonna wrap it up here. This is a big no for me. The developer just, they need knowledge, they need help, they need understanding, and they certainly weren't ready for Steam Next Fest. This isn't, they weren't even ready to publish a demo of whatever their idea is. It's incomplete. It's I can't even say it's not my style, because I like games. I love puzzle games. I love fantasy. I love horror. There's no horror elements here. Not one horrible thing happened. Not one scary thing happened. The atmosphere is too jolly for anything horrible to even happen. You're barely seeing anything, so I'm fumbling around, like, just trying to figure out, have I been there? Have I been here? I'm not even able to see properly. It's not just the fog. The fog is not a problem, because right in front of you, the fog disappears. But there's the lighting. The lighting in this game is horrible. But it's like there's so many elements of basic core game design and game development that I do not see here in this. And on top of that, their Steam store page was completely misleading as to what this game was and what this game is. I don't doubt that in a few years, a developer that made something like this, if he were to study a few years, I don't doubt that you could come up with something better after studying for a few years. But this looks like you couldn't be bothered to even take knowledge from those that came before you, and you couldn't even be bothered to just learn or study or anything. There's a way these things are done, and this certainly isn't it. I'm sorry. This isn't. Yeah. Just get better. I wish you well. I wish you better. But this game is going to be a 0 out of 10 for me. Absolutely no. I mean, agree or disagree? Why don't you tell me about it by leaving a comment, like the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Hopefully it'll be better than this. See ya.
You'll need to find a key to unlock a door. Without it, you'll never make it.
A key? Where is it?
The key is hidden deep within a cave, but to reach it, you'll need to pass a red light first. Or was it a green light? You'll have to figure that out for yourself. Oh, and one more thing. Beware of the Bloody Hearts Brigade, the Spider Queen's loyal army. They patrol somewhere outside Pharaoh Village. You'll know when they're close because they sing a rather obnoxious little song. Listen closely, and you might just avoid them. If they catch you, well, let's just say their love of singing extends to other forms of entertainment.